All right, let's welcome Doctors Reverend Rita and Patrick for our beautiful service today.
Welcome to CSL Kauai. It's so good to see you today.
I want to make sure I've turned on. I am.
I'm Rev Dr. Rita. This is Rev Dr. Patrick. And before we start, we just want to thank all the people who came and showed up on Friday with Angela to clean this place, because you can really tell that the labyrinth has been cleaned, and I just am so appreciative. We are so appreciative. And if any of those people are here, just rise so we can just love you up.
Yeah.
There were more. There were at least 10 people here. Thank you. So, all right.
So we, first of all, it's not really too late to say it. Happy New Year. Oh, we had fun on Tuesday. Just to let you know, we came out and we had the white stone ceremony and burning bowls, and it was crazy. It was crazy here. But anyway, we want to welcome you, and we want to welcome everybody at this fresh, wonderful beginning of new thought. That's my little theme for today. And so I just want us to take a moment just to settle in right here and right now. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be, except in this incredible moment called now. Let's just bathe, shall we? Bathe in this frequency that is so filled with love. I know there are no accidents in the mind of good, because we have all come together on purpose. And that purpose is to remember who and what we are in every moment. And that is that quantum love child. That wonderful divine energy that moves through everything. It doesn't stay in this room. It goes beyond these walls, out into the world, out into the island, beyond, into the cosmos, beyond, into places that we have not even seen or experienced as of yet. That is how wonderful and powerful. And we also take in the sounds of this wonderful earthbound that we have. With the sounds of cars, it doesn't matter. It's all one sound. And that is the sound of love. So shall we continue forward from this moment to the next, just bathing in this incredible sea of love. So with that, I let my word be so, as together we affirm.
And so it is. Take it away, Kyle and Louise.
Yeah, Kyle and Louise, Happy New You.
First I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. Then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. I grew strong. I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. I just walked in and found you here, that sad look upon your face. Should've changed that stupid lock, should've made you leave your key. If I'd known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. No, on and go, walk out the door. Just turn around, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye? Did you think I'd crumble? Think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I will thrive. As long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I will thrive. I will thrive, yeah. All the strength I had not to fall apart. Kept trying to mend the pieces of my broken heart. I spent so many nights just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, now I hold my head up high, and you see me, somebody new. I'm not chained up, little person, Still in love with you, and so you feel like dropping in. Just expect me to be free. Now I'm saving all my loving for someone who's loving me. Go on and go, walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with goodbye? Did you think I'd crumble? Think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I. I will thrive as long as I know how to love. I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live. I got all my love to give, and I will thrive. I will thrive. Oh, yes, I will thrive as long as I know how to love. I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live. I got all my love to give, and I will thrive. And I will thrive. Hey. Come on, say that with me, say that with me. We will thrive, we will thrive. Oh yes, I will thrive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I got all my life to live. I got all my love to give, and we will thrive. We will thrive.
Yay!
Kyle, we owe you one. We've got this great idea. How about thrive instead of survive? And then what does wonderful Kyle say? I think I can do that. I'll check that out. And
So if you think about that song being like you're letting go of all those negative beliefs, all those things that you don't want to carry into 2025, just let them go and just know that love opens that door, and we will thrive. We are thriving, so I'm excited.
And you know that you're in another period of time when you go to someone like, for instance, Charles's age, and I say, oh my God, I remember going to the disco, and I said, huh? And then I said, remember Tiny Tim? And he goes, oh, from the Christmas Carol? Not exactly, but I feel very old right now, but it's cool.
It's all right.
So anyway, we're always trying something new, I'm going to tell you.
All right, so this is the year of awakening humanity to its magnificence by walking the bridge from duality to unity consciousness. Say it with feeling. Don't just say it
again. Awakening humanity to its magnificence by walking the bridge from duality to unity consciousness.
It's the unitive age.
And it's a new, what did we decide to do this year here at CSL and throughout our world?
I decide to thrive in 2025.
Yes. Say it with us.
I decide to thrive in 2025. And that would be in all ways.
And it is a guaranteed thing because our word is law. And when we say it, that I decide, then it is done. Yes? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. 26 to 420, no, 411, no, 415. Oh, no, I don't want to go that far. Okay. 422, 423. So 26 to 423.
Page number?
Gabrielle, give me a number. No, all right. No, don't give me a number. Give me a number. 25. 25. There is no, I said 26 to 4. You guys are not good at this game.
It's a new year. Can we get on the plate?
Let's have our visitor from
Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa give us a number from 26 to 422.
Good.
Can you do it? Actually, that's the page. That's a good page.
Just so you'll know, this will be the last time.
No, this is the last time. Next time, I'm just going to open the book, okay? So, 1, 2, 3. What paragraph? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
3. Somebody said 3.
No, I'm asking him. 3?
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I'd love to read the whole thing because it's 3 paragraphs, but I'll just read the last. And it says, the essence of spiritual mind healing, which is what we're all doing here, and of all true religious philosophy is the inner realization of the presence of perfection within and around about. It is the hope of heaven, the voice of God proclaiming, I am that which thou art that which I am. So,
In simple terms.
simple terms, yeah. So it's realizing the only thing that can heal us, really, is us, not something outside of us. It has to be our realization of who and what we are, which is this divine energy. You could call it what you want. People don't like the word God very much sometimes, so I like divine energy, source energy, quantum field, spirit, all of those words that mean the same thing. So when we really realize who we are and what we're capable of, then we wouldn't even need to heal because we'll already be just walking as living embodiments of that. So that's what it says to me. And yeah, I'll get to the rest of it later. That's the science of mind. Next time, though, I'm just opening the book.
It's interesting, the whole...
And I'm going to have the page marked like I did today.
Hello, Ruth. Yeah, it's interesting about
Guys are
words.
troublemakers.
We were kind of talking about...
I like it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, wasn't it? We will thrive. I was just saying about words. They're very tricky. We get very caught up in them, don't we? Sometimes. Or is it just me? Let's just take a moment to just know that whatever is going on with that siren, there's no separation from that and that source that we talk about. Everything is in divine flow. So words, words, words. I know a lot of times they were speaking today about the idea of CSL Dallas. They were talking about how they're not taking it out, but the word God, it says so much. There was a class I was watching, and they were it threw this woman so much that she couldn't focus on what she was trying to do. And I'm always one about translating. If the word doesn't work for you, translate it. But she's trying to teach her practitioners and that the word God does sometimes stop people. But it'll stop them, and they hear it, and then they don't want to go forward. And I'm kind of a school that I believe that as well, but I also know that we are divine sources that are so incredible that we can handle any word that comes our way. I'm positive of that. But I will admit, I do hear it even myself. I hear God, and I do a little shutting down. And look at me, perfection. It stops me. So, who is here for the very first time? If you're here for the very first time...
You guys are just rebels today. Rebels.
Thank you, thank you. If you are here for the first time, never been in this room before, I just want you to know, usually we have a little bit more, control of the room. Today, there's something that has happened for the new year, but I can handle it because I've been quantum jumping all week, so trust me, I know what's happening.
But we do have two people
Yes,
here?
we do. And so what we would like to let you know, all kidding aside, we would like to let you know something we found out about you. And it's beautiful. And you know what? This year, Rita and I, right, with your book launch, we're open books this year. So I'm just letting everyone know that we don't hide anything here. So we're not going to hide what we know about you. You ready? You are magnificent.
Woo!
And we know that you know that. We know that you know that. And we know that about ourselves. So that's what makes it so beautiful, is when we can recognize our magnificence, then we can look at you and see ourselves, and you can see yourself right through what we are. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And so let's put our hands on our heart if we choose. And let's say this together. I am magnificent. Oh. Now let's come together in that beautiful entangled quantum field as a we. We are magnificent. And right now, I feel my friend Anna Strom, who's watching as I look in the camera. And there's Sherry and Laura and Greg and my friend Timmy. Oh, I'm sorry. It must have been the song. I had a flashback to Miss Nancy. Okay, so let's let them know who they are up there, shall we?
You are magnificent.
Because we are live streaming. And now look to your left, to your right, Quanta, whatever. Let somebody know who they are. You are magnificent. You are magnificent.
I saw Quanta and she disappeared.
She was back there. Where are we?
We're ready to write Roseanne up and Kyle to come back up.
Wow.
All right.
All right. Richard, you can go back and tell Reverend Edward that we are a crazy little bunch over here.
Okay. Thank
Are
you.
you talking
So
to me? Of her? Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So in order to bring us to our next moment, we're going to invite up Roseanne Jones, our practitioner today, and Kyle and Louise can come back up because they're going to go right into music right after she's done. And yeah. Do you need
Give it
anything?
up for Roseanne.
Give it up. They're all yours, Roseanne.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. Am I on? I think I'm on. So before we do this treatment, I would like to start with a quote from Meister Eckhart. Are any of you fans of Meister? Thank you. Yes, thank you. I enjoy his wisdom too. He touches my heart. So he wrote, there exists only the present instant, a now, which always and without end is itself new. There is no yesterday nor any tomorrow, but only the now, as it was 1,000 years ago, and as it will be 1,000 years hence. This very moment, the now. So at the beginning of a new year, it's natural for us to think about the past year and the future year. However, Meister Eckhart reminds us to live in the now, in this very moment. We follow our own unique path. We are all sisters and brothers on this journey. The guidance or answers we seek are there for each of us as we go within and open ourselves to receive. So if you'd like to take a moment to relax into your seats, maybe close your eyes if you choose. And as I continue in this moment, I know that the breath of life sustains me until I take my next deep breath. And being aware of our breathing, we know that we are breathing the essence of life itself. We don't live each moment in the past or the future. This is the moment we have right here, right now. Breathe in the essence of life and release it back into the atmosphere. And I know that the creator of all life is working in and through each of us, that the life essence that itself is good and nourishing and supportive of our ever-expanding dreams to be in the rhythm of life, which is the giving and receiving of our good, more than we can even imagine. Any health challenges to work through begin with an idea of what our perfect health looks like, and to receive a healing in both mind and body. Financial challenges arise to provide an opportunity for growth and the recognition that the abundance of life itself on this island, it's in the vastness of the ocean, the stars, and the air we breathe. Knowing that the spirit of life itself works in and through each of us with each new cleansing breath, with each positive new idea, and with each loving gesture we provide to help others. it is a blessing to know that this creative power is the same power that lives and works and breathes through each of us now. We are the rhythm of life in the God power that's inside each of us, always there for guidance, healing, protection, and inspiration. And so it is.
It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I'm touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, all I ever needed was already there. Closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air. And I breathe in. I am filled with the Spirit. It is health to my body. It is peace to my mind. It is joy. It is joy to my soul. And I breathe out simple prayer of thank you. And my breath becomes a song that was singing all along, that is singing everywhere. It is nearer than the air. And I breathe in. I am filled with the Spirit. It is health to my body. It is peace to my mind. It is joy. It is joy. It is joy. Joy to my soul. And I breathe out simple prayer of thank you. And my breath becomes a song that was singing all along, that is singing everywhere. It is nearer than the air. It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I am touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, all I ever needed was already there. Closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air.
One of my favorite songs. We do them at the Healing Circle. That's one of the songs I can't put aside. I have to always do it every month because it just moves me to those words that Michael Gott wrote, you know, that it's closer than our breath. It's here, it's right where we are, and it just, you can feel it in that song and in his words. I love it. So, so lots has been happening this week, and I'm very excited about life for 2025. We titled our talk Happy New Thought, and it started making me think about like the Transcendentalists. Are you familiar with the Transcendental movement? You know, Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau and Alcott and others who kind of went against what they were being taught by their churches and their universities and all the doctrines and all of that stuff, and said, no, there's more. We're not separate from this power. It is who we are. They believed in the interconnectedness and the power of our thoughts and our mind, and that there was this oversoul, this one mind that we all lived in. So, like, this is not something new that we talk about at CSL every week. It's not new. And it went back even further than that, to Jesus, to the Greeks, and further back than that probably too. This idea of who and what we are. And for me this year, I know that the only way I'm going to express that is by expressing my truth, not your truth, my truth. That I'm not going to be afraid anymore. And that's why when I wrote my book, I wrote it like I would never publish it. And you'll hear more about it on Friday night, should you choose to come. But I realized that by hiding the things that we've been through and the things that we used to think and like by hiding them and being ashamed about them, things that happened to us, that we are actually not healing. We're just stuffing it down. And I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm finding that as I progress through this year, it started before this, that I'm raising myself to a higher level, and there's a part of me that wants to take care of people, and I know that I can still be loving and still be kind and compassionate and still raise myself up at the same time and encourage others to do the same. So that's where I'm at. And because the way I look at it, like that quote that we just read has a beginning to it, and that's why I wanted to read it. What page was it? I'll find it. It's at the end of the general summary. And it says, in conclusion, what the world needs is a spiritual conviction followed by a spiritual experience. I would rather see a student of the science prove its principle than to have him repeat all the words of wisdom that have been uttered. It is easier to teach the truth than it is to practice it. Well, yeah, I don't want to be one of those people that just teach it and don't practice it. And I don't think I ever have been. I think I walk my talk. I feel like I do. And so this past weekend, we had an experience, and this is just a little thing, okay? But it's a big thing for me, what happened. So Patrick couldn't find his wallet. And anybody that's ever lost their wallet knows that, or even the conception of what that could mean, losing your wallet with everything in it. Forget about if you have cash in it, but we're talking like everything that's in there, right? All the credit cards, I'm not going to go into it. So he couldn't find it, and we were on our way here to feed Quanta, and he couldn't find it. I'm not going to go through the whole story, just to let you know that what happened for me was very interesting, because we were riding down the hill the second time to check the places again where we thought it could be, and I turned to Patrick and I said, you know, this is the time to prove what we've been talking about. And Ernest Holmes says, you know, the worst times are the times that you can do the best work, right? So I said, this is a time where we can actually prove what we've been talking about. And I was talking about the quantum, because we're saying in the quantum science that there is no past, there is no future, there's only right now. We're saying that we're all entangled in one source of energy. We're saying that there couldn't be something like that happened over there, that everything's happening now. So I go like, well, why don't we travel back to before this happened and see what comes up? So, but in the meantime, what was interesting is we kept doing the things you would normally do. We were here, so we thought, oh, we'll go to the bank and we'll cancel his card and all of that because we don't want to, blah, 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 and I kept checking the account. So there was a part of us that was like staying in the 3D world and doing what we had to do, but at the same time saying, it's not lost. It's not lost. We're taking care of this, but it's not lost. It's not lost. It's here. Can we travel back to before it happened and find it? I mean, I even went as far as going in a garbage can at Rite Aid. Not Rite Aid, what is it called? Oh, CVS. It's Rite Aid. It's long. It's Rite Aid in California. Yeah, because I was like, well, maybe he dropped it. But we just kept saying it was here. And what's interesting about this is we asked the practitioners to treat for us, which was the first place we went before and we did our own treatment, because we had 14 practitioners treating for the finding of this wallet, right? And what ended up happening was the wallet, and I looked in that place like 50 million times, not 50 million, but it was caught on Patrick's seatbelt. Now, we had been in the car, in and out, looked under the seats, did all of that, but we did not see the wallet. And so this made me question, why didn't we see the wallet when it was right there? And I believe we didn't see the wallet because it was there, but we weren't there. We were in another dimension. We were in another place. We were looking at something else. We were looking for it instead of looking at it. And so much so that when Patrick finally found it, he brought me out to the car. I said, well, where was it? And he said, I'm going to show you. And he put it where it was, caught in the strap, and I still didn't see it. He had to point it out to me. So this gives me chills, guys, because I know we're onto something. I know that there's more to us and more to this idea of the quantum and the present and going back and realizing that didn't happen, it's happening right now. And I want to work with this. I want to be a scientist. I want to prove it. And I feel like we really proved it in an odd way after going through, and it was just a little thing. And then I heard, and this is so amazing because it's about health. I'm a follower of Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I tune into his live call every month. And he told a story about a woman who had colon cancer and had her whole colon removed, who grew back her colon. It took her some time and a lot of meditation and but she grew it back to the point that it wasn't all the way back, but it was fresh, new tissue, and she stood up and gave this testimony, and all the, I don't know what her doctor said about it. She did it. She wasn't totally ready, all the way with it, but she had done it to progress enough that she didn't have the problems she was having before without a colon. So I can't even imagine. So what I'm trying to say is that, and this is just coming through me, is that we're onto something. We're realizing who we are. Finally, and I don't want to forget that. I don't want to ever forget it. And I want to keep working it. I don't want to go to the outside for somebody to tell me what I know. I want to know it myself so that I can prove it myself. And I think it's an exciting time, and I believe that 2025 it's not all the things that we are being told it is in the political realm and all of that stuff. That's something else, and that's just what it is. But if we can stay right here and right now and be the ones, like the transcendentalists, they didn't just do the spiritual thing. They took it into social action. Henry David Thoreau was in jail because he wouldn't pay that tax because he was against the Mexican-American War, and he was also against slavery and all that stuff. That's why he didn't pay the tax. So they took what they knew and said, yes, we have to take what we know about God, about ourselves, about this divine power, about nature, about all these things, and then we have to take it into action. But we really can't do very well if we don't know it ourselves. Like, we'll just be screaming at people and yelling and complaining and all of those things. So if I have a message today, and I do, is that it's our time. It's our time to do the work, to do what Ernest Holmes is saying, to not sit idly by and just let somebody else do it. You know, Jesus already did it, Buddha already did it, Martin Luther King already did it. These people all came and did these things already. They were way showers. This lady who grew back her colon did it. But what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it when we look at our lives and we wonder, you know, oh, we're having a problem with this, or that person did this to me, or whatever. These little piddly squat things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. What are we going to know? Are we going to remember who we are? Are we going to start working it ourselves? Or are we going to project our wounds on other people? Because that's what ends up happening. We don't heal ourselves, and then we project it out. And I don't want to be one of those people. I want to heal every part of myself and know who I am totally and completely before I leave this place. So I'm knowing that you're going to join me in 2025 and that we're going to do this. We're going to be truthful. We're going to be authentic. We're not going to put up with any kind of, you know, putting us down or any of that kind of stuff. We're going to stand in the calm. We're going to pause and breathe and not respond. We're going to do all these things that are and we're going to dig in and really remember who we are. That's my knowing for 2025, and I know we're on the path already. So thank you. Namaste. Yay.
When dreaming, guarded to in all the world, time and time again. And at sunrise, I fight to stay asleep, 'cause I don't want to leave the comfort of this place. 'Cause there's a hunger, longing to escape from the life I live when I'm away. So let's go there, let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher? To a place where blind men see. Can you take me higher? To a place where the golden streets. Although I would like a world to change, it helps me to appreciate those nights and all those dreams. My friends, I'd sacrifice all those nights if I could make the earth and my dreams the same. The only difference is you let love replace all of our hate. So let's go there. Let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher? To a place like I'm alive for the very first time. Set up high, I'm strong enough to take these dreams and make them mine. Set up high, I'm strong enough to take these dreams and make them mine. Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Or can you take me higher to a place with golden streets? Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streets?
Release. Wow. From woo-woo to wow. I was thinking as I was sitting there, it was one of those songs that just like the heartbeat of this earth was happening through I closed my eyes and just allowed myself to just, wow. Anyway, thank you guys. Yeah. Take me to that place where blind men see. I realized as I heard those lyrics, I said, that's the only place to truly see. Because I don't know about you, but many times in my life, my eyes were wide open and I was very blind. Not anymore. No. So I woke up this morning and I said, first of all, I didn't sleep well last night. I've been having the 3 o'clock in the morning thing, you know? Yeah. It's getting a little boring. No, I don't mind getting up at 3, but this morning I thought to myself, what would be the best, how would the best version of Patrick approach this new day? Not how I would be better than or anything, but how do I decide to approach this day from my highest version of Patrick? And it was interesting. I have been talking a lot about quantum, and I remember watching Quantum Leap, the TV series, many, many years ago. And it's about going somewhere else, and I do that, but it's really just switching your state of consciousness. That's why we all can do it. And to allow yourself to go into this state of what we truly are and how we want to live, and how I want to breathe, and how I want to meet my fellow wonderful travelers on the path. And it was interesting because I know that in order to have a true quantum leap, it takes major change. And I know all of you for the most part. And even if I don't, we still know one another because we're always entangled, and that we have all gone through major changes. And so I had heard this story, and I'm going to kind of tie it in with the idea of the lost wallet. What I love about Rita and I is that anything that happens in our life, we'll find a story, we'll find a way to incorporate it in the talk. So I was listening to this gentleman named Price Pritchett, and I just stumbled upon him, and he was talking about that story about the fly, that there's the window, and the fly keeps hitting the window to get out. Boom, bump. And then it started, I saw it actually happening in my world, and the fly keeps hitting the window because it's going, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. And boom, 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 because he sees or whatever, feels that it's clear out there, but what's in the way? Matter, glass, right? And all the time, bump, bump, there's this door open right over there. And all our little fly friend has to do is just change his perspective for a moment. And flies, you know, they have a very limited time. So that's a lot of pounding to do for not much time you're going to be here. And of course, I think my whole life in metaphors. And I went, wow. Boom, boom, boom. Ever been there? Oh my God, I know this is, yes, I'm sure, I'll stand by it, I believe it, and you're like, oh my God, and then the whole time everyone's going, there's a door over here, no, no, boom, boom, you know, because we sometimes, nobody in this room, but we get a little stubborn with what we believe to be true. Then there's the story of the wonderful, so you have to take that perspective, that change, and say, bless you, little fly. But there's the door. I've done it in the car, too. There's a fly in there. I'm rolling down all the windows. Boom, boom. I'm going, the windows are open. You could be free. I learned from that little fly. But yesterday, I had one of the greatest, biggest New Year experiences thus far. So, I lost my wallet, or I thought I did, because I had my running clothes on, and sometimes they're like this and they fall out or do whatever. So I get out, I go to Long's to get the paper that has Rita Andriello's Friday Night Affair, and her book is in there, and so we went to go get some copies. So I get out, and when we come over here, I went, oh my God, I don't have my wallet. I don't have my wallet. I said, I'll be right back. I'm going back over to Long's, because that was at 7 in the morning. It could just be sitting there, and nobody's there yet. Run back. And I go, all of a sudden, I start treating in the car. And if you don't know what treating is, it's spiritual mind treatment. I just started, and I got halfway through it. And my body and my entire being went into this place that I have never really fully been, except maybe in meditation, of course. And I just went, I wanted to react. I wanted to do what Patrick would do any other time when he would lose his wallet. Oh my God, what are we going to do? And I don't have my, you know, and get all, and because that's doing something. If I do and I stress and I worry, we'll find that wallet. And I couldn't do it. It was like a force field was stopping me from reacting that way. And I normally would have said, I can't go running because if I'm running, then I'll be worried about it the whole time. So now we got to go back home. None of that happened. But I wanted it to happen because it was a habit. And I was like, dude, you're not acting like you're supposed to. What's all this calmness about? And I just went, okay, it can be either 3 places, Long's, the center, or at home. I never took it. Let's go exercise, let's go run, let's go. And even Rita, who knows me quite well after 25 years, realized that I had no reaction in that world, and I loved it. I was bathing in that like I had never bathed in anything. I went, oh my gosh, wow. It almost felt like a vibrational massage. And I was like, so then I go home, and then I hear trust, trust, trust. It's there. You know it's there. I go in, but it's not there. So then I'm wanting to go, I am, oh. And then it went on my body, and I was in the car. We barely were saying anything. I felt like there was this force field happening. And I thought, well, what is this telling me? So you know the rest of it, because then I said, okay, we're done. I'm going to cancel everything. And this wonderful guided intuition says to me gently again, my friend, check the car again. It's not in the car. More disappointment. Let me go back to the car. So I go back to the car, go through everything, and then I'm just about to close the door. And there you are. And I still wasn't going, yeah! I just went, oh my gosh, wow, you're home. And then the story continues because our beautiful Anna Strom, who's probably watching right now, she twice a month cleans our bathrooms and they did the other day, but I saw her and I was telling her briefly about the story, and I said, I was so calm, and she said, that's because you were always in possession of it. The knowledge, the wisdom you can find in a bathroom is beyond I just stood there like this. Wow. So one more little no story, but another vibrational part. Does that make sense, though, to think you know so much, right? That you pound your head against it, not because we're bad people. We're just determined to know what we think we know, instead of just going, I'm going to try some unknown over here. What's happening over here? So I was listening to the same guy, Pritchett, and he said this. He was all into the 5 C's of negative thinking. Oh, I'll write that down, Mr. Pritchett. He said, complaining, criticizing, concern, better known as worry, commiserating, and catastrophizing. And I've done all 5, and I've done them well. Thank you very much. But all of a sudden, I felt something. I felt my vibrational frequency going down as he was talking. I was telling my friends this at the cleanup the other day at the beginning of it, and he was going, now the complaining, the criticizing, the concern. I was like, wow, 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 wow. And so I decided, I said, you know what? I'm going to make up my own C's. I'm just going to channel my C's that are going to raise my vibration to a point that I can actually work with it. Doesn't mean I don't look at complaining, but I look at it enough. How many times do we look at what we're not doing right so much that it's exhausting? Right? So this is what I found, and my little energy started going. The first one that came was curiosity. I went, yeah. Man, if you lived the whole day curious about everything, like I was curious where Maureen got this beautiful clothes that you wear, this coat, whatever we want to call it. I was curious. And then I went, what's another? Clarity. Oh, nothing better than being clear, man. Nothing. Commitment. Of course there has to be commitment. And these C's are just like, it's like a vitamin C drink, man. They're all coming at me. Confident. Confident, by the way, is my favorite word in the world. Because there's something about when you're confident, you're not trying to prove a damn thing. You just know what you know. Consciousness, another C word. Creative. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting all about the complaining and the criticizing and the catastrophizing, because right now I'm centered in being centered. C word, again, consistency. Oh, we want to be consistent. There's nothing worse than the roller coaster of life. Oh, I'm enlightened. No, I'm not. I'm enlightened. No, I'm not. I'm enlightened. No, I'm not. Oh my God. Then I went over to my favorite too, comical. You can't survive without humor, baby. You cannot survive without it. And then there was communication. Now this all just came, all because this man started talking about complaining, catastrophizing, and I'm not saying anything was wrong with it, but I turned it off and said, no, I got to focus on how I want to feel. I got to focus on the frequency of the divine that's running through me right here and right now. And I think it's very funny, it's comical to live from this incredible place of curiosity. So I've learned many lessons today. I hope you took a few nuggets with you, because I can talk about all the times I'm complaining and doing all of that. But I think we deserve more than that. I think we deserve to be in a frequency, not because I'm going to be better than you, but here's the other thing too about healing. When I'm in that frequency, we don't need to say a word. I just need to stand there, be with you, and watch that healing happen. That's what Jesus, you remember Master Jesus? He stood in front of people and he saw you for who you were and who you are. He didn't sit there and, work so hard. I remember thinking to myself, I always say they change things sometimes in things like Bibles and stuff like that. They can change a few of the information about it. But I always wondered why they left in the kingdom of heaven is within. I always wonder why they left in what I can do, you can do, and more. I'm thinking, if you're trying to program a species, why are you telling them how powerful they are? And they're all cocky and saying, because they ain't going to do it anyway. What? 2,000 years? And I went, oh no, I'm with Rita. The time has come that when you say that I can do what I do and more, you can do more, I'm taking you up on it. Kingdom of heaven is within, I'm taking you up on it. I'm counting on it. I'm going to find a lot more than a wallet. I trust me on that one. And if that wallet hadn't shown up, it'd be a pain in the butt, but hey. So I'll leave you with this because I see these wonderful, wonderful beings of light coming. Look at how what a flow. You're flowing, guys. I'm not pointing you out or anything. They're there. They're going in the magic door that's covered by beautiful, beautiful mural. I got this on Christmas Eve when Rita was talking about the Master Jesus, and I realized something was telling me to change my whole approach from the inner child work I do. Not the content, but just the vibration around it, the name perhaps, just like I'm changing the cover on my book perhaps, because it's too alarming for many people. Oh, it looks very sad. And I go, it is, but it's also very inspiring. But hey, they say sometimes you change a title, change a cover, and it changes everything. So Rita was talking about this birth of Jesus and this birth of, the Immaculate Conception and this whole vibrational thing called the Christ consciousness. And I came up with this one. And it'll probably be on my book of my wonderful inner child. I am a quantum love child, birthed from our pure cosmic consciousness. I am a quantum love child. What's that? Yeah. A lot of people do. You know why? Because it takes them all the way from this rigidity that they're thinking is going to happen. I am a quantum love child, birthed from our cosmic consciousness, pure cosmic consciousness. And that's when we're going from woo-woo to wow-wow. That is a game changer. Correct? If I am this thing called the quantum love child that has I am that word, God. I am pure consciousness. Ooh, makes your toes tingle. Well, just saying, it does. So what I'd like to end with today is this. It is a new year. And I'm looking out at not the I am a quantum love child. I'm looking out at this energy, this individualized energy that is only unique to you. And it's beautiful, Candy Bar. It's beautiful. And this is all individual. And then we come together like this and vibrate as one. There is nothing that can stop us from remembering and being source light. I love you. Happy New Year. There they are.
time of practicing the beautiful law.
Are you on?
I'm on now.
Ah,
yeah.
there
It's
you
our
are.
time to practice the law of giving and receiving, the law of circulation, and it's our first collection of the new year, so that's really big. It's awesome. So we're knowing that CSL Kauai is thriving this year, and each and every one of us is thriving this year. That's what I'm knowing. So thank you for what you give today. Thank you for what you give online. Thank you for your monthly giving that just comes automatically. That's a really good way to do this because then we know what's coming in all the time. So we appreciate that. So thank you, and let's have a song. All right?
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. And all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far, and all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
So we just take this moment to bless this beautiful God in action, law in action, source in action in this basket, knowing that goes forth to just heal and bless the world and heal and bless each and every one of us. It's all one thing. We are all connected, and I am just so grateful, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Right after this service, we are going to have the men's group and the women's group. Women's group will be in here in the circle. They usually last about 45 minutes or so, depending upon the group. And then the men will be in the back, as always. And Angela, you want to pull these? And then the CSL choir practice, Martin Luther King's Day is coming up. We're having a nice big event here on the 18th at 2 o'clock to 4:30. The food drive continues. That's out there. And Jeanette is back with Yoga Flow, 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning. And so it has been very, very successful, and she's coming back with that. Night of Discovery?
The Night of Discovery is a chance for you to come and just enjoy diving into the science of mind for the evening for an hour and a half, asking your questions. We've had some really powerful discussions. It's Tuesday at 6 p.m. to 7:30.
If you can
right
make
here.
it really is worth it. It's just a very great circle.
And Angela's volunteer social is the same day. So Tuesday's a big day. It's yoga, and then the volunteer social, which is the volunteers coming together and seeing what they need to do for the month, and just talking and sharing some treats together.
Right.
It's at 10 a.m. on the same day.
Then I get to say the next one,
All right.
because picture this, a red carpet going all the way to the very back. Oh yeah, we have a red carpet. And we have it, why? Because we're honoring this lady's new book called Where's My Red Dress? And she's wearing it.
I
She's
know,
got
but I'm
many,
always looking for it.
And
That's
so
because I
here-
found it.
And guess, and so that is going to be this Friday. It's been so wonderful. We just had a wonderful write-up in the paper yesterday. Thank you, Dennis. And that's been, and then this Wednesday, we're going to be on Tracy's show. We're going to be interviewing her at 1 o'clock on KKCR. And so tell your friends, tell them. We have, at 5 o'clock is the poo-poo, better known as reception, from 5 to 6. At 6 o'clock, Mr. Charles is going to be back there. They're going to be back there live streaming it for our wonderful people on the mainland so that they can have a part of this too. It's just I'm so excited about it. She'll be singing a little bit. We have a guest singer singing with her, all to promote this incredible, revealing. Has anybody read it yet?
Oh, they're still here.
So we are so excited. We are so excited. So here's the deal: we'll be selling them that night if you want to buy them and then get them signed. And then she's going to do a little power talk on the book, read a little something from the book. It is a night to remember. If you could just let us know, just RSVP, we're not going to check you at the door, but just so we know, so when we go shopping for all those wonderful little poo-poos. I love that. You know that name, poo-poos? The reason I like it is because when I first came here 14 years ago, my mom said, "Do you know they have poo-poos here?" And I went, "What? What?" So we're having a beautiful, we're going to make it very, what's the word, elegant as possible.
As we can, yes.
Okay, so I think that is it for that. Please come. You can buy the book that night, sign it that. You can buy the book today and be ready for it. And then one last one, just do this one.
Okay, so two things that are coming up that we need to talk about is the two classes. There's a class coming up on January 23rd from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We've decided to put it on Zoom so people on the mainland could take it, and also because people don't like to drive here. This is what I heard. And now I'm hearing people don't want to go on Zoom. So I don't know what makes everybody happy, but we're going to try this and let's see. We're going to really dive deep into the science of mind for 8 weeks from 5 to 7 p.m. on Thursdays, starting on the 23rd.
2 spots left in that.
And there's 2 spots left in Bringing the Dream Forward, which is the retreat that we do at our house, the day retreat from 9 to 3. There's 2 spots left.
Yes, and there's 6 people only for participants. It was so wonderful on New Year's Eve hearing some people that took the last one, and they were talking about all the great stuff that has been launched in their life since the workshop that they took. And there's nothing better than doing a workshop and hearing results from people that are going, we should all get together and talk about all the, and some of the, it's big stuff happening. So a couple spots left. It probably has your name on it, whoever you are.
All right, so I think it's time for our beautiful drawing. Are you ready?
Ready? This is for the volunteers. Drop their little tickets in there, and then we give away really nutritious Subway food.
This is a man who volunteers all the time, so he must have a lot of, what do you call them, tickets in here. Ron Stover, he's not here today. But I will say that I don't think that the center right now would be what it was without Ron, because I mean, the man... Just little things like he put chains on the light because, not the light, those fans back there because Angela couldn't reach them. I mean, he just thinks of these things like, I don't know if he sits at home and just goes, what does CSL Kauai need? But
and if you've ever been on the
Ron, if you're watching,
team,
you have a Subway.
Malama team, as they well know, he's very particular about our cups. And they have to be at a certain thing for the Rev. So I appreciate that kind of attention.
Honey. All right,
so
I think we're done, right?
Yep.
All right, so the practitioners come on up.
Practitioners are coming up. If something came up for you and you want a little added
boost.
Wow.
If you want to move some energy, they're here. And so as Kyle's getting ready for our closing song, we'll just take a moment to take a deep breath and give gratitude. I'm so grateful for all the people that assisted us today, the ones that just stepped forward and went the extra mile. Roseanne Jones, Angela Maureen, Glenn and Susan Wood, Ron, who's not here, Leslie, who stepped in for Ron, thank you. Yana, who stepped in for Ron also, Peggy Jerry in the bookstore, and of course Jonathan back there, and Charles, who do our live streaming and our sound, thank you. We couldn't be heard out there without them. And then of course, to all our practitioners first, thank you for serving today. And then these guys.
Ta-da!
So let's just take a deep breath and give gratitude for this amazing time that we've spent together, and to know that whatever little nugget we got from today, we get to take it out into our lives and use it. and demonstrate and be the quantum love children that we are in every single solitary moment. I am so grateful, and I just let it be, and so it is.
So it is. Uh-oh.
Can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing.
Can you help
Come
it?
on, guys.
Can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing.
Up off your feet, yes.
Come on.
Made me feel so good. I can do most anything. 'Cause I'm loving every living thing.
I can always
I
count
can
on Margaret
see
to
the
dance.
face of God,
Gabriella.
papas and kings. We're all precious, no one less or more. We've all got the same treasure in store. That's why I'm loving every living thing. Can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. Can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. Made me feel so good. I can do most anything. 'Cause I'm believing in my guiding light. No matter what comes, it always turns out right. Just dig down deep to how I feel. Just take a deep breath and drag the wheel. That's why I'm believing in my guiding light. I can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. Can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. Made me feel so good. I can do most anything. I'm rising to my higher place, with the wind in my back and a smile upon my face. I'm living my dream a little more each day. It keeps getting easier to find my way, so I'm rising to my higher place. Yeah, I can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. Can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. Made me feel so good. I can do most anything. Making me feel so good. I can do anything. Made me feel so good. I can do anything.